What's up, guys? All right, good morning. Ooh, where is Thursday? What's up, James? Seven. Power Zone. Ben. Dog. Seven. I already got y'all. Let's see. Good morning. So yeah, how about these crazy movies yesterday? Yesterday with BOXL and IMTE. These things are crazy, man. Look at this. It goes from $2.29 all the way up to $42 yesterday during market hours. Goes back down to 20, and then now it's back up to over the high of yesterday. You know, how crazy is IMTE this morning? Same thing with BOXL. Starts off at 378, goes up to 1391, back down to 7, and now back up to 13 in pre-market. So crazy moves with those. Watching SEII. I would say I'd like to short these, but just because they're so parabolic, I think it's a little risky. Watching SEII, also TEVA. Watching IPDN. You can see IPDN, AKAO, gapping down a huge amount, but moving up some in pre-market. So we'll see what AKAO can do. KKR, LOGI, NVIV, and TPX is what I'm watching so far. Let me know if you see anything else that you like moving. Alright, but the biggest watchers are BOXL and IMTE. They're just crazy big percentage moves. 351 all the way up to 1391. So just a huge move with these two. Let's see if any of these are tradable. I'm hoping at least one of these will be. But let's see. TEVA is. This is now. I always get nervous doing this because I feel like, oh, IMTE is as well. Nice. BOXL is too. Awesome. SEII is. IPDN is not. So everything, all my main watches, AKAO is. KKR is. TPX is. And NVIV is. So every single one on my watch list today is tradable except for IPDN. It's the only one that's not tradable. But all of these four are tradable, which is the ones I'm watching. So definitely good to see. Yeah, Sure Trader doesn't want no part of that, Randy. The risk is too big for them. If you think about it, if Sure Trader takes the other end of your trades, they do not want you to get in any one of these two stocks just because, I mean, they're up. This one's up, 20 times what it was. BOXL is up about 3.5 times of what it was, maybe 3 times what it was. So they don't want any part of these two, because you have the potential, even though a lot of traders won't be able to, you'll have the potential to make a lot of money with these two stocks, or you did yesterday at least. Today, I'm more short biased with it, but, we'll see what happens. Which one are you talking about, 7? IMTE or BOXL? EBIO, Randy. Yeah, bounce some. LGCY. Yeah, we'll see if it can move a little bit more. It's gapping down some, a small amount. Alright, so let's look up to see what the catalyst is. I'll be right back before we go over this stuff. I'll be right back, guys. I'm assuming that's sarcasm I hear from you, dog. I'll be right back, guys. Okay, I'm back. But yeah, yeah, dog, you're definitely being sarcastic. Just because any $1 stock that was $1 the day before is never really a good long term investment. Short term, maybe. Yeah, this thing's been at 185 for a few days or a few weeks, but before that, the highest has ever been is 731. So let's look up the catalyst for some of these. I think it's that time. All right, so first things first, I'm going to go to these two big movers, IMTE and BOXL. So IMTE had some news that came out yesterday, which ultimately is what caused this big push, I think. I mean, it doesn't really say. It just says IMTE integrated media at 109 yesterday soared up 949%. Basically 1,000%. Let's see what else it says. Shares of integrated media technology rocketed more than tenfold on heavy volume Wednesday, although there is no apparent reason for the rally. The stock soared as much as 1,963% in intraday trade before pairing some gains to be up just 1,043% in afternoon trade. The stock has been temporarily halted 9 times during the session for volatility. It's like Ferris Bueller. 9 times. MarketWatch called a spokesperson for the Australian-based company, which develops visual technology with a focus on glasses-free 3D technology, but there was no answer, and the voicemail inbox was full. The spokesperson, Adam Holdsworth at PCG Advisory Group, did not immediately respond to an email seeking information or comment. On Tuesday, the company had announced that it appointed PCG Advisory Group as its investor relations and corporate communications agency. Agency of record in the U.S. With our listings on the NASDAQ in 2017, we are moving ahead with expanding our investor awareness in the U.S. through PCG Advisory Group. Let's see if there's anything else that's out. Wow. Alright, so this is a very dangerous stock, though, guys. I mean, I know it looks great. Company unavailable for comment. I'm just trying to get to the bottom of this, man. Yeah. So it's up 1-0. There's no catalyst for IMTE. And I think it's hilarious. They say they don't answer their telephone, and the voicemail was full. Yeah, that's one of the best news stories I've read in a long, long time. You know. Good morning, Mark. Yeah, there's no way I'm messing with it either, man. It got halted 10 times or 9 times. All right, so let's look up BOXL. I'm kind of assuming it's got a very similar story to IMTE, although I really don't know. Let's see, BOXL, 2 press releases out yesterday. Okay, so the only thing going on with BOXL is that it announced that it will release its first quarter financial results on the 15th of May. And that's the only thing causing this stock to go from 351 to 1391. But at least they tried to release something before they pumped it up like that. You know what I mean? IMTE, they didn't even just try to hide it. They just let it run. You know. At least BOXL was like, hey, well, we're releasing, you know, our first quarter results in a week. You know what I mean? Or in 2 weeks. So, you know, that justifies, in this case, you know, a few 100% moves. But, hey, at least they tried to put out a press release while they were pumping it up to make it look somewhat legitimate. IMTE, they just let it run. No press release or anything. Didn't answer their phones. Australian-based company. So, you know, we'll see what happens. Interesting. These two got pumped up pretty big yesterday. The next one I'm looking at is SEII. Man, what is going on? There's no news release on SEII as well. Not that I see. Alright, so let's look at TEVA. Alright, so TEVA stocks were up 6.5% pre-market Thursday after the company reported quarter one earnings well above street view or greater than expected revenue. The company also boosted its FY18 guidance. So good news for TEVA, good earnings. At least it's a real catalyst. It's the only one I've looked at that has a real catalyst so far. And so it's good. It has a real catalyst at least. The next one I'm looking at is IPDN. You see it's moving some in pre-market. Let's see what's going on with it. No catalyst for IPDN as well. Not really up on anything, just up. Man. Yesterday and today have been having a little bit of volume. It's very interesting to see how much some of this stuff's moving. We've had a slow week for the most part, at least at the open. Alright, I'm still kind of looking at AKAO. Alright, so basically what I have now with AKAO is they said Wednesday that NASDAQ has halted trading of Acogen AKAO shares. AKAO said the Food and Drug Administration, FDA, Antimicrobial Drugs Advisory Committee was meeting Wednesday to review its lead drug, plazomicin, which was developed to treat adults with urinary tract and bloodstream infections. And then later on yesterday, healthcare stocks lower in pre-market. Acogen trading halted by NASDAQ on FDA meeting. Alright, and then we had another one that came out yesterday that said AKAO FDA Advisory Committee voted unanimously in favor of plazomicin for treatment of adults with complicated urinary infections. And so now AKAO is up a little bit. You can look at the stock here. Gap down from 14 down to 890, back up to 1046. We'll watch this one, see what happens with it. Alright, so another one I'm watching is KKR. Gapping up some as well. All right, so KKR is sounds like it has good first quarter results. Yeah, so it had better than expected quarter one results for KKR. Next thing, LOGI. Gapping up some as well. I'm definitely going to be watching some of these for shorts. All right, Logitech gains 8% in pre-market as fiscal quarter 4 results beat street estimates, so it had better than expected quarter 4 results for last year. LOGI and then TPX gapping up as well, up at 48.62. All right, so TPX, it says TPX stock jumps after profit miss, but sales beat for first time in 5 quarters. So the sales finally beat the expectations, the street view, and so it's up as well. And that's basically it so far. So a lot of it's kind of earnings season. Yeah, man, it just kept going, man, and it's moving a lot. Like this thing is up, you know. It went up to almost 43 in pre-market. Now it's back down to 32, so it's making ridiculous percentage moves in pre-market, just going up, going back down, going up, you know. And so it's just crazy mover right now, man. Good morning, the best. Tiny, cool, Mark. What's up, guys? D. Evan, Frank. Frank, you bought IMTE at 458. You're still holding that thing, man. Hey, man, congrats. Um, Good trade, bro. Big percentage gain for you, then, man. That's awesome. SMRT 7. Steinmark. Yeah, this one looks interesting as well. It kind of grinded up yesterday. SEIN offering. Yeah, up some. APRN gapping up. I look at swing trades. Yeah, APRN looks okay. For swing trades, I wait for the close. I like watching how they close more than how they open for swing trades. Yeah, TPX gapping up from 44.40 all the way to 48.62. Yeah, man, but hey, that's a good percentage gain. If you can get out of there before it gets halted for good, you know, if it gets halted for good, I don't know. I'm just saying. Um, Hey, man, more power to you. Good luck. That's an awesome trade, man. All right, so just to sum everything up that I went over in news, these 3 stocks right here, IMTE, BOXL, and SEII, are basically up on zero catalysts. No news really out. The only news story is BOXL said that they're going to be reporting earnings in 2 weeks. So, you know, that's it. Rest of them, no news stories that I could find at least. Good morning, Matt. What's up, man? Let's see what else. MYSZ. Look at MYSZ is up. Yeah, I'm really curious. I mean, it's really tempting to jump in these three stocks right here. Um, the only one I'll consider is SEII, but these three are just been, they're just really risky. If you look at LFIN, very kind of similar story here. Thinkorswim won't even pull LFIN up. But very similar story with some of these. I mean, there have been stocks that have done this and never really been halted. DRYS is one. I mean, it had a few splits, so this isn't very accurate. But it went up to 100 once and then back down to the tens. So, but very, very risky overall. Alright, so I'm watching the SPY. Let's see what the SPY does. SPY's gapping down. Maybe look for a rebound. Finished down yesterday, man. CREG, another little small pusher I'm running. Let me see if I can trade it. I can trade it. CREG maybe. Gonna keep an eye on. So a lot of stocks to watch today. Yeah, give it IMT giving you war flashbacks of LFIN. Yeah, man. I wish I could bring up the LFIN's chart just to kind of compare the two. But yeah, looking at a few shorts here with some of these like KKR, TPX, LOGI. Maybe looking at to short some of these. That sounds like a great idea, dog. KBSF gapping some. A lot of small gappers. GNE. SND. Data. Let's see what else. Tahoe. YRCW, AGMH, maybe watch YRCW as well. Let's see if I can trade it. I can. So most of these I can trade, which is interesting. Still kind of looking, see what else I can find here. Yeah, TVA is probably one of my main watches as well. It has one of the most volume in the market. Appreciate the sub, Brent. Welcome in. But yeah, a lot of crazy movers today, really. Kind of surprised the market's like this. What's up, Track Racer? Joshua. Hold on 1 second, guys. All right, I'm back. Thanks for the subscribe, Ponzi. Appreciate it, man. Yeah, I try to bring LFIN's chart up. It won't show, like you can see here. It just sits there. I can change the time frame. Oh, I can bring the daily chart up. That's why it hasn't moved in the last day. I'll have to use a 4-hour chart. Yeah, you can see LFIN had this legendary move from 4 something all the way to 142, and then it came all the way back down to 40, and then it kind of teetered back and forth. Went all the way up to 75, went back down to $8, went back up to 28, got halted again. So very, very similar here. Got some, at least we have some options today. Yeah, but there's very, very small likelihood that I'll jump in IMTE. Just too sketchy. Too much of, I don't even know what kind of share size to take. Like, really, I could buy 1 share of this stock. I could buy 1 share and try to get in. I could buy 1 share. Try to ride it up. That way, if it does get halted and never resumes, I'm only down, $37 right now. Getting in with 1 share. Yeah, I could do it, What's up, Matt? What's wrong, man? Yeah, Josh. Yeah, Joshua, man. That's why we're kind of relating it to IMTE here, If you look at IMTE, very, very similar. This thing has gone from, what was it at yesterday? 229 up to 41, back down to 20, back up to 43, back down to 30, back up to 37. So, you know, I could buy a share of it and just let it run. No way, Mark. I'm not even buying 10 shares of this one. Right. Yeah, man, it happens, man. I mean, these stocks happen a few times a year. Like IMT, they get halted and never resume. I mean, it's somewhat new. IMTE, um, yeah, I mean, IMTE was listed on the exchange in, what is this, August? Yeah, August 7th is the first day it was listed on the exchange. So it's less than a year old. I'll probably just end up sticking to some more calmer stocks, a little bit more calm stocks. I mean, I know traders look for volatility, but with this stuff, man, you got to just be careful. You know, you buy 100 shares of this thing, you're going to be down a lot of money if it gets halted and never resumes. SIEN. I believe somebody said this was an offering, right? No, I can't trade it. I can trade SEII, but not SIEN. A large majority of the stocks today I can trade. Like I can trade all of these on this screen, and most of the ones on my other screen. I think I could only one stock was not tradable, which was IPDN, I believe. What's up, Marquise? Where you been, man? Yeah, they said it was up 1,900 and something percent. Um, so that's almost 20 times what it was, which 229. I don't know how to calculate that, but yeah, crazy move for sure. Fun coupons, Joshua, huh? You been watching Wolf of Wall Street, man? APRN, Thomas. What's up, Doobie? Blue Apron, or whatever it is. I think it's something like that. Yeah, Blue Apron. Do I think it'll see 3? I don't know. The only reason I'm thinking not is because it's a higher float stock. You can see the choppiness here, and so since it's such a high float stock, it may be tough. I'm not saying it won't go up, but I don't know if it'll hit 3 just because the float's pretty large with APRN. HTBX. Yeah, I mean this is a very common story here with a lot of these big movers. If I had the guts to do it, I would try to go short right around the top a lot of these because most of the time they end up failing. Although you do get your few movers like IMT and BOXL that'll lose your account if you get stuck in one, but this is kind of a very common story here with HTBX. Yeah, what was the shipping ones? There was shipping ones. There was SHIP, ZS8. No, not ZSAN. What was the other shipping ones? DRYS, dry ships. And so yeah, I remember dries going up to over 100 a few years back. What's up, T Dot? Yeah, no worries, man. No, nothing wrong with focusing on school, Marquise. Pixie. Yeah, PIXY looks good. May look at this one as well. All right, guys, we got about 2 minutes until the open. Yeah, tops DCIX, DRYS. All right, guys, so we got about a minute left, so good luck all. All right, I'm down, Mitch. Yeah, just let me know when a good time is. All right, guys, we got less than a minute. All right, so I feel like I'm missing one. I don't know what I was forgetting about. Let me see. All right, so yeah, we got 20 seconds, guys. Good luck, everyone. Gonna be very, very careful today with all these crazy movers. Don't want to get stuck in anything. Market's opening up in 10 seconds. Here's the open right now. Good luck. All right, so there's the open. Watching PIXY starting to push up, may break the 321 resistance. There's the break of the pre-market high on PIXY. YRCW running some. LOGI is one I'm kind of watching for a short. Alright, so trying to give some of these a little bit of time here. BOXL dropping some. A lot of these, especially these two, IMT and BOXL, I don't even know what kind of share size to take. Just because all that risk is there, you know. Kind of watching LOGI here. SEII running up some. Alright, so there goes BOXL. Washout long to the extent, to a crazy extent. Look at this, up to 1309. Few washout longs I'm watching this morning. I'm guessing the SPY is moving up with a lot of these. No? Alright, so BOXL up, LOGI up. Alright, so we got a lot of push stocks moving up this morning. We got YRWC or YRCW. Today looks good for longs. Yeah, EBIO moving up nicely. Kind of watching TPX here. So what I'm basically looking for with TPX is a break under 48, and then I want to see that previous support right there turn into resistance. Right there at 48. Alright, SEII trying to bounce. BOXL, it looks halted. Alright, so there's the halt on BOXL. Yeah, I really don't have any FOMO with it. I have more FOMU, fear of messing up. I could use another word there, but that's kind of my fear with that one. A lot of runners. There's a YRCW heading up some. TEVA trying a little washout long. Alright, so what I'm basically looking for with TPX is a bounce here and then getting in when it breaks the low of the day again. Yeah, right, that is your saying, Tiny. I stole it from you, man. But it's true. Alright, so I'm kind of patiently waiting. You can see YRCW is testing 1050 now. Thinkorswim is frozen with TPX. Great. I don't know what's going on with Thinkorswim. Frozen a little bit in this market. Was definitely watching TPX for a short. And it's just kind of lagging a little bit with I don't know if it's with TPX or if it's just not moving at all, but kind of a slow. All right, so there goes KKR breaking under the low here. Maybe interesting to jump in. This is kind of the big resistance here, so watching it here. IMTE trying to push over the highs now. MTCH running up some. YRCW finally pulling back. All right, so there goes IMTE breaking over the highs. Up to 44. Man, this thing is just crazy. YUMC pushing up. Watching KKR closely here. May try to short it if that 23 level holds as resistance. Alright, so I'm in KKR going short. The spread got pretty bad once I jumped in, but very obvious risk-reward trade. I'll try to let it work. And I really liked TPX, but there just wasn't really an entry with this one. There's not really any pullbacks aside from this low of the day break, and so I guess that was where to jump in, right here at the low of the day break. But aside from that, it just didn't give me an entry that I liked. So Big drop. There we go. And KKR with a big pullback. Well, that's kind of the drop I was looking for, but bounced immediately back up. See if it starts to come back down. Starting to get a little spready now, though. All right, so there's a little push up on TPX. LOGI starting to run some. There we go. There's KKR dropping a little bit like I wanted it to. We'll see if it continues going here. Cracks under that low is ultimately what I'm looking for. There we go, down to 78. Let's see if it can crack under that low of the day. 75, 76. I'm going to get out here for a $7 gain, small gain. I guess I could have let it work and test the low, but worried it would bounce there. Gonna move on, look for something else now. That's kind of exactly what I've been looking for here. If you want to know why I got in this one, basically, man, may have gotten out a little bit early. Missed that big drop, but hey, I'll take it. A gain's a gain. But man, look at this crazy drop. But if you want to know what I looked for with KKR here, it broke under the low of the day at 23. Man, look at this brutal drop. Definitely have some FOMO now, but I took my gain, and so I'm not too upset with it. But man, look at this drop right after I get out. But yeah, if you want to know what I looked for, it broke under the low of the day, and then when it tried to push back over it, it held that previous support at 23 turned into resistance. And so that's always what you want to see. It's kind of technical analysis 101. And so that's what ultimately kind of led me to want to jump into this thing once I saw it holding that previous supported resistance at 23. But I missed the boat with it. Should have held it a little bit longer, but oh well. Thanks for the sub, Timothy. Appreciate it, man. Welcome. Ponzi, honestly, it's just preference. I like Thinkorswim charts better. It's what I'm used to, and it's what I have the most experience kind of using. Thinkorswim's charts is what, I'm not saying anything bad against Tef's charts, but I just like Thinkorswim's better. I can see pre-market action a lot better and a lot easier. It's a lot more obvious with Thinkorswim, and so that's what ultimately kind of makes me want to use them. But man, look at this big miss. Look at this trade I missed with KKR. Missed the boat with it, man. Definitely have some FOMO now, but I got out when I thought I should. So, no worries. But man, huge drop. Would have been up a good amount. Kind of missed the boat with it, but my trade idea was correct. Can't be too upset with a profitable trade. But man, this thing is dropping like crazy now. All right, so EBIO looks interesting. It's sitting right under that low. They're right above that low of the day here at 312. So it's bouncing off of there now. VVPR. I hear a few people talking about VVPR. Man, look at VVPR. Yeah, nice run, nice flag. Small gap. Running nicely. Yeah, man, VVPR halted on the way up at 299. Crazy move. Yeah, appreciate it. Cool. Yeah, it's a green trade, man. I can't be too upset. Very small gain, but right now I'm just trying to find consistency, and this week's been pretty good. If I end today green, I've had 3 profitable days, 1 losing day, so not bad. Little bummed I missed the boat with KKR, but I got out for my trade idea was correct. I got out for a green trade. Can't be too upset. AMRH flying cameraman. Yeah, AMRH getting a big volume spike. It's up to 160. Yeah, I got out of KKR for like a 15 cent gain when it could have been like you know, could have been a 40 or 50 cent gain. So I missed a little bit with that one. Bouncing back now. Is AMRH halted? AVGR. It's just not moving much. It's only got about a 10 cent range today. STAA. Look at STAA. Up from 17 almost to 21. Big run here with STAA. All right, so EBIO, I'm looking at a potential short here. If it breaks under this low of the day after bouncing at 311 or 310, it's got a lot of support there. So if it breaks under 311, maybe jump in for a short, although it does have some support back down at 308 and probably $3 like it usually does. So keeping an eye on it as well. Man, today's a nice day in the market. A lot of movers today. NDRA had a little bit of a move, relatively new stock, but NDRA up from 260s all the way to 5 at its highs today. It's back down to around $4 now, so keeping an eye on NDRA as well. So BOXL went up to 1740, is back down to 12 now. Man, and a lot of these I can trade, which is surprising. I could trade NDRA. It's only been open for about a week now. Kind of keeping an eye on TEVA. It's forming a very obvious high right here at 1950. Can't seem to get over 1950, so watching it. A little bit of a wedge here. Right, let me just exit out of that. There we go. A little bit of a wedge on TEVA. Like if I remove that, you can see the little wedge or a triangle. But man, a lot of action today in the market. SEII. And SEII's been on a nice little run too. Obviously, I'm more short biased, but I need to focus on longs a little bit more, I think, as well. LOGI starting to push up, maybe break the highs here. Oh, it broke the highs already, so it's up to 409 or 4009. Very small range for an expensive stock, but it's moving some. TEVA is breaking under this wedge here, or this triangle. VVPRs, has it resumed yet? No, it's still halted. So it was halted at 9:48 market time. It is 9:55, so it looks like it's going to be a 10-minute halt at least. So let's watch it at 9:58. Yeah, I can trade I. Alright, so like I said, TEVA breaking under that triangle. But yeah, I can trade I. Yeah, it's probably a 10-minute halt, guys, for VVPR. So watch it in about a minute and a half. See if it resumes. It was halted at 9:48 market time, and it is 8:50 or 9:56 market time. So 9:57 now. So in about a minute, I think it should be resumed. If it's a 10-minute halt. You know, now lately in the market, I have been seeing a few 15-minute halts. EBIO kind of doing what I thought. So let's see if EBIO breaks under this low and then holds it as resistance. So that's kind of what I'm watching for EBIO now. IMTE halted. Ooh, and it's a down halt. Man, guys, if any of you are stuck in IMTE, good luck, man. Look at this. Oh, no, it's not halted. Oh, maybe it is. It is halted. Ooh man, good luck, guys. If you're stuck in this thing, first off, I think it'll probably gap down, maybe down to this $32 level. All right, so there's the resumption right when I thought at 9:58 market time. So it was a 10-minute halt for VVPR. It's sitting at 3 now. But VVPR is resumed. Big drop. Didn't really gap up too much, but it filled the gap. Yeah, SEII is kind of consolidating right now. But VVPR is washing now after that big run up today. Yeah, man, very sketchy. All right, so there's EBIO. See, I gotta trust my instincts here. This is kind of the short I called out earlier. I said if it breaks under this low, kind of called it out exactly. If it breaks under this low here and then it holds this previous support at 312 as resistance, you can see it tried to push up with this green candle, but it held. I like it for a short. Got to trust my instincts a little bit more. That's kind of my favorite go-to setup. And so, as you can see with my one winning trade today with KKR, same thing. Broke under the lows, held that previous support as resistance. And now it's dropping, so we'll see if it bounces. Still can hold, still could bounce back. We'll see. Not too big of a mover. Still has a pretty small range, but I mean, actually, it's not that bad. Yeah, Mitch, crazy move, man. Absolutely crazy move. I'm not touching this thing though. This or BOXL, I'm just not messing with it. So let's see. It was halted. This one was halted at 9:55. It's 10 o'clock now, so we'll give it another 5 minutes, see if it resumes then, unless it's a 5-minute halt, which is doubtful. It'll probably be a 10-minute halt. And you can look at TEVA and see how powerful these kind of triangle plays are. You can see this triangle I drew on TEVA, and once it broke out of this triangle right here, it just crashes back down to the support level. So it's funny when they say technical analysis doesn't work. You can see all this. Like I drew the support line, bounces directly off of there. So that would have been a nice play to make. Didn't take advantage of it, but all right, so VVPR is back at the highs of the day at 336. VVPR breaking the high of the day. It looks halted again. So VVPR halted again at the high of the day break. I think it'll probably gap up now. All right, so there's IMTE's resumption. It's down to 32. But man, down to 33. I'm not touching IMTE ever. I think the volume's going to start to get a little bit low. I think most people are going to be a little scared to mess with this thing. at 34 now. Crazy day in the market, guys. Crazy day. Right. I mean, I've made a video about it, insurance. Technical analysis works. The only reason it works is because other people think it works. You know what I mean? And so it's a self-fulfilling prophecy, right? And so if the more people that are looking for a specific setup or pattern, the more momentum it's going to have to go in the direction you're looking for. You know, and I've made an exact video on this. You know, and so it only makes sense to trade the setups and patterns that are the most popular, because those are ultimately the ones that are going to have the most people looking for them. And so if everybody's looking for a breakout over the high of the day, you know, when people, it fulfills itself. You know, if everybody's looking for a breakout at the high of the day, everybody's going to buy when it breaks the high of the day. And so in turn, everybody, you know, it's going to push the stock up. And so it's a self-fulfilling prophecy. The only reason technical analysis works is because other people think it does. You know, but it still works, and that's the most important thing you have to understand about it, is that it still works, you know, but it's funny why it works, you know, but it does, you know, you can't say it doesn't work. I mean, you could see stocks bounce directly off of the whole dollar over and over and over again, you know. Appreciate it, insurance. All right, so TEVA doing the same thing, breaking under the lows, finding that previous support turning to resistance, and it's starting to drop. But yeah, I wouldn't touch IMTE with a 10-foot pole, man. This thing is too sketchy. Yeah, but yeah, look at EBIO. I gotta trust my instincts with this. All right, so VVPR still halted. Was halted at 10:01 market time. It is 10:05 now, 10:06. Yeah, IMT, I'm not messing with this thing, man. It's just too sketchy and too hard to trade right now. You know, you don't know when it's going to get halted again. You don't know which way it's going to go. It's up so much already in the last 2 days that, you know, it's just very, very risky trade. But yeah, I've been, you know, not trying to brag or gloat or anything like that, but I've been right about a lot of these setups today. I think I have to get rid of that fear. You know, I know the patterns and setups. It's just the mental game that I have to work on, you know. But if I can tweak the mental game, you know, I definitely think I can be pretty successful. I just got to focus on not being so fearful. But days like today do give me a little bit of confidence, though. Right, insurance. I mean, that's basically what my instincts are, is looking at the math behind it. The risk reward. You know, like if you look at EBIO, I could comfortably set a risk if I got in under here at about 312, 313. And then a reward was, let's see, looking at the chart. Reward was 307, and this is a small move, but you have a 2-cent risk with a 7-cent reward. Maybe more than that if you make your reward down to 3. So I just got to get rid of the fear. KKR breaking under the lows here. Here's the low of the day break. Kind of the same thing. Look, see if it bounces and holds that previous support as resistance now at 22.35, 22.30. AMDA halt, Mosey. You took one share, John Carlo. Well, good luck, man. Hey, you might make a few bucks with it. Nice insurance. Good job, man. Yeah, AMDA. Big move up to 159. A lot of stocks getting halted today. A lot of these cheap penny stocks moving a lot. Is IMT halted again? Or is it just... I think it's just moving slow because nobody really wants to mess with it. SEII bull flag. Alright, so let's watch VVPR here. It should be resumed within the next minute or so. And so let's watch VVPR, see what happens if it gets resumed. FTFT. Yeah, FTFT breaking those highs. Looks interesting. Alright, so VVPR should be resumed anytime now. Alright, there's the resumption. It's gapping up some at 350, filling the gap going down to 340. So there's the resume at 360 now, up to 372, high of the day. Up to 395, big move up to 404, went up to 434. So crazy move, big spread on VVPR, but it's running some. FTFT, man, trap people. Look at that drop down to 207. But VVPR is back. Up to 440, VVPR still running. Man, the market's been really good today, guys. A lot of action today in this market. Up to 440 with VVPR. TEVA bouncing some here. Yeah, I don't like getting in a halted stock anyway. Insurance, just because the risk is just too much. You don't know when it's going to get halted again. A lot of times, although VVPR isn't really doing it, but a lot of the times when a stock gets halted, it will fill the entire gap. So say a stock gets halted at 4 and gaps up to 450, many times when the stock resumes, it'll fill the gap back down to 4. And so that ultimately makes me not want to trade halted stocks. Unless I can get out right when it resumes, which is very tough. And the spread's going to be bad as well. It's just too risky for me. Alright guys, I'm going to go ahead and close the stream down now. I have some stuff I got to do today, business stuff I got to work on. So if you haven't already, hit the subscribe button. I day trade live every weekday morning at 8:45 a.m. market time, and I go till about 10:15. I won't be able to do an all-day stream this week, guys. I'll try to do another one next week, so I won't be able to do that tomorrow, but I'll still be streaming tomorrow at 8:45 a.m. So if you haven't already, hit the subscribe button. Also, everybody do me a favor, click the like button right now. If you appreciate this content and you like watching me day trade live, show your love by hitting that like button. I definitely appreciate it, and it does help support us. So click the like button now if you want to help support our channel, and I appreciate it like I said. And yeah, crazy Thursday, guys. Be careful in this market, but there's a lot of good plays today. So good luck for the rest of the day, and I'll see you all tomorrow morning. Thanks for watching, guys. I should put a watch list video out later on today like I always do, but like I said, hit that like button, guys. I appreciate it if you do. Thanks, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.